Hi, welcome to Budget Model Railways. Happy Christmas, all the best for 2025 and all that. So I've done quite a bit on this layout since the last time you saw it. The main thing obviously being is the autumnal or fall for our North American cousins. For a change, my wife suggested this. So actually what I did when I was in Kerno Models, I saw a bag of early fall foliage. Now it wasn't quite what I wanted, it's a bit like wadding. But actually if you scrunch it up, all the bits fall off and you can then collect it up and use it as scatter. So I then simply put them onto green trees. I've covered the green trees in PVA, both neat PVA and PVA mix, to give me the autumnal colours, and then scattered some of it on the grass to give me a look. Now obviously those of you that have been following this is my micro layout. So it's 22 inches or 56 centimetres by 11 inches or 28, 29 centimetres. So very small, but it has a lot of operational potential. And I'm going to talk about that a bit in the video, as well as showing some of the work that I've done. The main thing I've decided with this is that it can be used effectively as a double-sided layout. So I've got a lot of goods potential. I'm having trouble with these wagons today. Yeah, typically I pick three wagons at random, and they're not three that run very well. But one of the things I'm hoping to do with this layout is, because it's quite small, I can turn it. So I can effectively use it as two layouts. So this side is the passenger station. So I can hold a passenger train in the bay siding, but I can also have another passenger train in the storage siding at the back. And if I didn't want to hold a freight train in there, a goods train, I could have three passenger trains running. And because it's an oval, it's a through station, that would enable me to run, if you like, a bit of a passenger service. I can have a train coming each way, I can have a stopping train, I can have a mixed goods and passenger train, because I've put a little goods shed, lock-up goods shed in the station yard, which gives me a reason to run a mixed freight train in. So that's the passenger potential. And then we turned it around this side, and that gives us effectively a goods and shunting layout. I've put an integral controller in up here. So what I've done is what I did on my box layout, which is take the components out of the controller and mount them in there. I've used plywood so it's good and solid, and learning from my box layout, having the switch here, the problem with a lightweight layout is if you put the switch here and push, the layout moves. By having it in the top here, that solves that problem. Just going to run the passenger train around again. So I can store the passenger trains here as well if I like. The ballasts come up quite well. The hillside there was made just using the usual techniques. So that is foam and then ready mix filler, put on, painted with emulsion, black wash, dry brush. So then what I've got the option of down here is I've got a tuning fork, effectively a tuning fork layout with the two sidings, but I can also pull wagons here, run round the layout and then shunt this siding. And obviously if I'm using it as a double-sided, so I can use it as one layout, but if I want to use it as two separate layouts, I can use the station siding as well. So the goods area, I've got lots of work to do with this. People are very good. They often say to me, but you haven't done this and you haven't done that. There's still quite a lot of work to do. I've got people and things to add there, and I've got to tidy up around the controller. But it is, these layouts, I'm finding these micro ovals really useful, because what I can do is I can run trains on an oval, I can watch trains go round, but I can also shunt, run a passenger service. So if this was the only layout you had, you've got quite a lot of operating potential here. So the road's been done the usual way, just the cardboard painted, black wash, dry brushed. I do rather like the station area. That's come up nicely. Hasn't cost me very much. The station building was a couple of quid on eBay. That was a couple of quid from the Worthing West Sussex Engage show, the goods shed. Track is very second hand, off other layouts. The flexi track actually came from a local amenity yard. So it's the usual thing, it's all done quite cheaply. I did buy the scatter, yes. I bought the masts. I tend to find a combination. You can do some things cheaply and then shop around for the newer cheap components as well. So there we go. That's coming along quite nicely for what is a micro layout with a lot of operational potential. And when I've finished it, I'll try and do a video on that operational potential. I'll pick my wagons a bit better. Did quite like the little crossing keeper's cottage hut down there as well. Put a level crossing in. So it's very much my standard layout design, but why not? It works. And with the addition of an extra siding here, it gives me all sorts of potential. And I'm really pleased with the look. This was my wife's idea to do an autumnal, and it's worked really well. Makes a real change from the green. I wasn't sure when I started, but it's come out very nicely. And I've even got an autumnal logo. So I'll do an update on this. I've got another layout I'm working on, which you haven't seen much of unless you watch the one on how to DC a loop. And obviously I've got my Japanese one to work on for May as well now. So that will become a bit of a priority. So hope you've enjoyed the little update. Enjoy your model railwaying and model railroading, and I'll speak to you again soon.